together now.
Just kidding. He's a clean person. He really is. He was just going through his puberty too.
He's going through a rough time.
Yeah, all those smelly, what is it, hormones going on.
Goodness, they were raging.
Can you imagine?
Raging.
That's why we have got to treat our bus drivers better.
Welcome to the Honey and Wine Podcast, where sweet meets strong, and every sip comes with a story. Join this dynamic mother and daughter duo as they uncork real talk on life's journey. From love and laughter to lessons and legacy. Whether it's a toast to the good times or healing through the hard ones, there's always room at our table. Pour a glass, settle in, and let's talk life, one episode at a time.
All right, so Easter just passed. Tell us what you did for Easter.
Well, we had a party on the Saturday, and we had a little Easter egg hunt where it involved children and adults.
Oh, my goodness. I love adult Easter egg hunt.
Me too.
It gets so crazy. It's like musical chairs. It's like the things that are nostalgic always come back to adults, and they just have a great time with it.
Oh, my goodness. And the adults kind of vicious, you know.
are.
They were.
I saw somebody push a kid.
Yeah. And I saw a kid push an adult. It was kind of rough. It was rough.
But, I mean, Easter is that time, the air, spring is in the air, you know, less clothes, more sun. I love it. But one thing I do miss is my good sis Payless.
Oh, let's have a moment of silence.
Yes, because Payless, I feel like we're losing recipes.
Oh my gosh. Where the whole family get a pair of shoes at one stop.
Yes.
Everybody walking up and down those aisles
You gotta
trying
run.
on their shoes.
Yes. Sonic the Hedgehog, lightning speed, you got to test them.
And you could get your Easter Monday shoes. Remember Easter Monday?
Yes. Easter Monday, Easter Sunday, Easter Monday. One thing about Black people, we love a color coordinated event and a theme.
And a reason to celebrate with food.
Absolutely. Every time. Food is going to do it every time.
Every time.
Every time.
But that I enjoy the welcome in the spring. It's like when the weather's getting warmer, families getting together. I know sometimes we say that Memorial is the first official day of summer, you know, the cookouts and all that, but I think it's Easter.
I really do.
It's Easter.
You're not supposed to wear white after Memorial Day, but I think it's Easter. You're right.
I wear white all year round.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Dress
I
in
love
pretty
it.
springy Beverly.
Yes. Oh, don't depress me now. Let me drink my coffee. Let me do my honey.
I'm gonna whine about it. But yeah, you're right. I just, white is always appropriate in my opinion. It's so clean, it's so pure, it's so put together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got on your best when you wear your white.
Yeah, you just feel clean. You walk different because you don't want to, mess it up, and it's not bad because you can always clean it. That's the way I look at it.
Let everybody know you took a shower. You put on your lotion.
Hydrated.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And I think we as a people of color, we just look good in it. We look good in bright colors, period.
Oh, we do.
Yep. I think we do.
Speaking of taking a shower, I just went on a field trip with Olivia. And when I tell you, it wasn't my baby, but that was the funkiest middle school bus. I mean, everybody just had scents and smells and just, oh my goodness.
The sweet smell of puberty.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Why they don't listen?
They do. They just in their own thing. They're adapting. They got a lot of stuff going on with that body.
No, please don't tell me I was like that.
No. But one of your siblings was.
Oh, okay. We shall remain nameless. I think he got it together.
Just kidding. He's a clean person. He really is. He was just going through his puberty too.
He's going through a rough time.
Yeah, all those smelly what is it, hormones going on.
Goodness, they were raging.
Can
They
you
were
imagine?
raging.
That's why we have got to treat our bus drivers better.
Yes, but I was happy to put some faces to names, because I like to talk with her and go on walks and find out who is popular, who is not popular, who is the chatterbox, the class clown. I get all the tea.
I love that. I'm sure she loves that.
Yeah, and I feel like that with you. I looked through your yearbook. I feel like I know your whole graduating class.
You probably do.
They need to invite me to the reunion. What year is this coming up for y'all?
Ooh, Sharon. That would be, I want to say 40. 40.
Ooh,
I know I look good.
oh my goodness. Well, I just got an announcement that our 20-year class reunion is coming up.
Your high school?
High school 20-year class
Wow.
high school reunion is coming up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Your high school 20 and my high school 40.
But it shook me. I mean, 1999 was 10 years ago, so that means 10.
No, 26 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, 26 years ago.
Mm.
2000, 1999, that's 2 decades and a half.
Well, 1999 is when I was 11. That's the year that I was Olivia's age.
Yes.
And what a time it was. We thought the world was going to end, didn't we? Remember we prayed in church all night long? We thought all the computers were going to shut off.
Yes, and we bought batteries and everything because we thought we were going to have a blackout. Oh, my goodness. We thought all our money was going to disappear in the banks. I mean, it was a lot of crazy.
It really was. And that dancing baby was going to take over. That was a cute dancing baby. I bet if you look at that baby now, the graphics are probably terrible. But
I'm sure our kids, your children will complain about it.
Oh, my God. They ask me all the time. Oh, tell me more about that when you were a kid. Do you have a video of it? No, there were no cameras. That was the best part. We had cameras, but
we had camcorders,
just not in the club or not where we were. Oh my goodness,
you weren't in the club at 11.
Well, not at 11, but about 10 years later, I do remember taking
you could talk
point and shoot camera to the club. Because the phone did not get pictures.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. That's why the picture man was so popular.
That is true.
That's why you buy your $5 picture at the door. Because there were no cell phones, no pictures, no evidence.
But we always, I like that. We will always create those memories with pictures. I love that. I love that.
Absolutely. Yes. I remember my first camera was an Olympus that you got it was a graduation. It was around the time of my graduation from BJ's. And I wore that camera out. That camera went everywhere.
Where it was from and everything.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
I remember. That was my start with photography.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
See, those things.
You don't remember?
I do not. I'm sorry.
Like you don't remember my Barbie dream house? Let's talk about
I remember that Barbie dream house because we had to go all the way across state lines, everywhere else to get that. I was calling all my friends in every state that I could think of because I could not find that thing in Maryland.
Yes.
I went to Virginia, crossed the water to go to Virginia to try to find it. So I had to call my girl in Pennsylvania, your godmother. Yes,
she
and
did.
We got that thing.
He's the one who don't remember it.
We got that dollhouse.
You should ask her next time you talk to her.
I normally do. It normally comes up in a conversation. I'll see her at the end of next month.
Mm-hmm. Yes. She's aging, but not as old as you, as she likes to say.
Yes,
because you guys are what, 8 days apart?
8 days apart. 8 days apart, and she never. And even her mom would even say I was the elder.
Oh my goodness. They be your own people.
Yes, all the time.
Yes, but did you see the movie Sinners?
Oh my goodness, did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was your most eye-opening part? Did you see any Easter eggs, like things that had a double meaning?
Oh, absolutely.
Like the one that stood out right away were the colors that they wore. So Smoke wore blue, and then Stack wore red. So it was kind of like foreshadowing their fate already.
That's interesting how you picked that up because I did notice the colors. That's how I was able to kind of mentally distinguish who was who.
Yes.
Which I thought was really great. The snake in the trunk when they were getting the equipment.
Yes.
That symbolized something for me too, that trouble was coming.
Trouble was coming, yes. But their bond brought them through it their own way. And then Smoke said Stack never watches his back. You know, watch out for him because he never watches the back. And then boom, they got him.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of symbolism.
It was.
I was glad to see my good sis be a love interest. Annie, plus size, dark skin, representing.
What's her name?
Her name on the show on the movie was Annie.
Oh, Annie. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is she popular somewhere else or?
Yes, she was in what was that other?
Under the Pill.
I'm sorry. It was all in the mic. I'm like, what's going on?
Do we have to start it over?
No. Just go back a few sentences.
Annie.
Oh, okay. Oh, Annie, yes. Annie what was that one? It was a sci-fi horror thriller set in slavery times. It's not coming to me. What's the name of the show?
It was on like Netflix or something.
I believe so. Yeah.
Gosh, I cannot think, but I
and it had Megan Good husband in it. Poor Tink Tink. He's fighting for his life right now. Him and Shannon Sharp. Huh? Oh, you didn't hear about Shannon Sharp?
No, what happened?
Oh my goodness.
Tell me.
Allegations, honey. Allegations of just.
Wait, what? Tell me, please.
Shannon Sharp is being sued by My Michelle and yes, another woman.
Oh, as far as fighting her or something?
Saying it was unconsensual.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
And Auntie Monique tried to warn her. She said, get with somebody your age.
I heard that part. I did hear that.
And he didn't listen. He wanted to have big fun with the wretched. And, you know, Cat Williams, he said it's going to take 2 weekends to ruin your career. And
wow.
He already had 1 weekend.
Wow.
Let's see what happened next weekend. He done stepped down from ESPN. And
what?
Yeah, he going through.
Wow.
Through.
Wow. He has been going through, period.
Yeah.
Because that's how he got the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what's that all about, but we got to make better decisions, especially when we get a certain age. I mean, I'm speaking for my generation. My generation, I'm X.
Yes.
And I'm definitely, I know you're millennium.
Millennial, yes.
Thank you. You know I was going to say it wrong, but because it doesn't pertain to me. But we just have to make better decisions. I know sometimes we may grow up at a certain stage where we didn't.
We have to listen to our sisters, our Black women that are advising us, that are giving us advice, that are showing us the way. We
can't disrespect our Black sisters.
We cannot. We have to uplift them every time.
I mean, we just got to do better.
We have to do better.
And I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything, but we must do better. We have to realize that we get to a certain point in our lives, and it's by the grace of God that we do get to a certain place in our lives. But this world is not set up for us to succeed anyway. Seriously.
It is not.
And you have got to heed the warnings. We were talking about the movie Sinners.
Oh, yes.
And that kind of makes you think a lot, too, you know, because I think about the two brothers, Smokes and Stack, how they left this, I don't know if it was Mississippi or Louisiana.
Oh, well, they were in Mississippi.
Okay. And then they left and went to Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And the rumor has it,
Yeah.
based on the movies, that, they were doing some big time gangster stuff there with Capone.
Yeah.
Took some of that money and came and took some things there and came back home, but came back with a new set of eyes, a little wisdom, a little streetwise.
Yeah.
And had even in the beginning of the movie, he made it clear to the guy, I'm gonna buy this, but I don't want to see your boys up here later. And if I do, this is what's going to happen. And I'm not trying to pay you. I'm not trying to pay you twice. So he already knew the rules.
Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, Kendrick Lamar reminded us at the Super Bowl. But what I liked about the movie Sinners was that when all the things were hitting the fan, Annie was working her roots, and she told them, she said, this is, at first she thought it was a Hank, but then she realized, oh, these are vampires, and nobody questioned her. Nobody said, well, I think it's a werewolf, or I think, no. They said, okay, you are the most experienced in this area. What do we need to do? What? And that's a word in itself.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's something I know that I talked to my aunt about. She is, pretty much my mentor, our matriarch of the family. And that's what she stated. She said, we have so many people in our families. And I think the biggest setup is to try to divide our families, even with attitudes, little offenses and all that kind of stuff. But we have to remember that we are family and that we all have different resources that we could be utilizing within our own family.
Oh, yeah.
You have some that are so legally savvy
yes.
when it comes to, reading contracts and able to, divulge information or see hidden things. You got to trust that and rely on that and go to that. I think one of the setup is when we do cause division or be a part of division or even allow the division, and how it's making the family suffer. Because what I did see in that movie is that unity, just like what you were saying, how they came together. And it's like, okay, even when girlfriend got upset and said, y'all come on in here, because, she was hurt and she was distraught, they were still ready to fight based on a decision that she made. And they did. They went down. They stuck by.
Protected their community.
They
did. Stayed together.
They did.
They really
did. They did.
And I was also telling, I was talking with a colleague about how things are going to flip for the event rental business, and how as a Black owned business, it is important for us to shop other Black owned businesses and strengthen us, because we have so much against us right now. But not only, don't just make a vow to support Black businesses, but as a Black business, give your people the quality that they deserve. Don't just expect them to come to you because you're their neighbor or their friend or their soror or their you have to give them the service that they're paying for. The quality of service, because they work very hard. They are out here breaking their backs to make this money in an uncertain time, and then they decide to spend it with you
by choice,
because they have choice. Everybody has a choice.
That's right.
And so you have to be grateful for everything that is provided to you, because it's a big circle.
And even have the mindset of thinking, I'm going to do it even better for you because you are me. You know what I mean? You are like me. And we were going there, I think we as an African American buyers or consumers were going there with the attitude, I'm willing to pay you your worth because you have shown your worth. I'm not going to go back and forth. And please, people, do not do this when you're dealing with Black businesses and you know that their quality is excellent. Don't nickel and dime them. You're not going to go everywhere and start nickeling and diming people. So don't do it to your own.
Don't do
it to your own.
Do not
do it to your own, because you have to realize that the same type of connections that some businesses have, everyone doesn't have that. And if that person is doing their best and is giving you the best quality, they had to put some money behind that.
Yes.
And in order to get that for you and to be able to do that experience with you, I even think about with you guys as Smart Shop and photographers, how different hues make the skin.
Oh, yes.
It makes a big difference. I mean, just because you're African American you're not just one shade African American.
Oh.
We are beautiful, different
You could take
tones.
a family reunion picture and have the whole rainbow.
Yes.
Yes.
Easy.
The whole rainbow.
Easy.
And so, it's important that we, especially during these uncertain times, come together, support our community, and just protect our village.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think this movie came at the right time
I
for
do
our
too.
community.
I do too. And I think it was well received because I was reading Rotten Tomatoes, 98%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so Ryan Coogler did an interview. I cannot recall where it was, but the interviewer was a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, how does it feel to have the highest grossing Black film? And she just kept throwing Black, African American, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he answered and he said, it's the highest grossing film, period. Look at my stats. Black Panther, #1. Everything he touched is #1. He is a prodigy.
Yeah.
And so it transcends a cross race.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted everyone to know, like, it's not just Black excellence. It's excellence.
It's excellence, period.
And sometimes, that could be a microaggression saying, this is you're doing great for a Black business, or you're doing good for, I like your little company, or I like your little,
Yeah, your little.
Exactly. You get it. And so he cut it off. He nipped it right in the bud.
And you have to do it so tactfully, because my thing is, being the generation that I am,
mm-hmm.
I have learned I'm not going to take it personally, but I am here to educate you.
Absolutely.
And I notice that, and I have found that when I educate, or when I let you know something, I have to do it in a gentle spirit, because I have to realize that you may not know better. Even if you did know better,
mm-hmm.
I'm not going to that level.
And sometimes you run it so fast, you're not even ready to receive it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've known, as my mother, you said things to me that it's taken me months, weeks, years to understand. It's come back to me. That doesn't mean you should stop saying those things, because I did need them. I just wasn't ready at the time to get it.
Receive it.
And it all makes sense. And so that was you protecting your community, your family, your house.
And planting that seed. And trusting that seed would grow.
And it did.
And I got that from you.
Yeah.
I always tell people, you were 16 years old. We were over on the Berkeley Bridge. I could have just ran into the water because it just shocked me. You said, Mom, you have to trust what you put in me. And because that was my fear. That was my fear, that I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking and I'm talking, and she's not getting it. But when you said, Mom, I hear you, I just choose not to, it just made sense to me.
But
it made perfect sense to me.
As an adult, I realize now what you were trying to do with what you had.
Yes.
You were a child that needed protection, and so you were overly protective of us.
Oh my God, yeah.
And so you were trying to heal something in your childhood, but you squeezed a little too tight.
Oh my goodness, I did, and I apologize. I apologize to you and your brother.
Now I understand your intentions, and that's why we're friends.
And it was my fear. It was so much fear.
Yeah,
it was so much fear. It was so much.
Because even some of the scenarios you thinking of that I was out doing, I was like, that didn't even come to my mind. I might have to try that next time. And you're like, oh no. Okay, Backgate got it.
But I did, but it was a teaching experience, I think, for both of us.
So one thing I remember about when I was a child that you always let me express, and I try to do with Olivia, is just developing your personal style. That was always very important to you. You took a lot of pride and how you dress. You always told us, and I don't even know where this word comes from. Don't be walking out the house looking like a bamboonie. Did you make that word up?
No, that's generational.
That is bamboonie. So you would call it a bamboonie?
Yeah. Or like your mama don't care. It was a lot of pride. I remember just growing up that my thing was, and I'm sure I instilled it in you guys, is that I was more afraid of disrespecting or embarrassing or causing shame to my family than I was about doing the offense out in public. I even was joking a couple days ago. This used to be a saying. I used to even tell you guys, use me as your excuse. Well, when it was hard to say no, my mama said I can't do this.
My mama said I can't get my hair wet. My mama said
exactly, because that was something that was recognized, and you didn't have to argue about it.
That's like the big joker. Once you lay that down,
that's it.
You can't say nothing else after that. But I do try to develop her personal style. I remember one of my core memories is when you let me get my hair colored.
Oh yeah.
When I was 11, 6th grade, I went from pigtails and barrettes to hair color,
red,
silk press.
To the you even got a nickname from that.
Yes, I did.
Red.
And so that's why I let Olivia dress how she dresses and wear her hair colors and do all the things that just lets her feel free.
Yeah, and I was given that opportunity too because I've always had my hair color since I was like 9.
Oh my goodness!
And to have that, it just helped me when I did become an adult. I didn't go buck wild.
Oh yeah,
that's because I didn't feel like I had to do everything that I couldn't do. I just felt like just give a little bit, and I feel like you earned it because you were and you are a good person. You were a good kid. You really was. I mean. It was growing. You were my first pancake, and we both were learning. We really were. We both were learning. And as far as some of the issues that I could have had with you, I didn't. So, and this is the way I was brought up too. If my grades were good, I could pretty much get things. So I realized that was a good bartering tool, and it helped me. It helped me have good grades. I wanted to learn more so that I could use it as a bargaining chip.
Do you remember the first time you got your first professional manicure? How old were you?
I was an adult.
Oh.
I was like, seriously, I had to be in my 20s. Professional, that was...
Tell me about that experience. I don't think we ever had this chat.
I want to say I was definitely in my 20s. I was married and, had my own job. And I just remember actually getting that done at like the Navy Exchange. They had a salon. We lived in this little rural town, and that was the place you would get your hair done and you get your nails done. And I remember actually getting sculptured nails, and they were they were all big and bulky, but that was back in the day.
Yeah, but in the airbrush days.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that was special.
When Payless was thriving. I know. We missed
because they sold my size. I got big old steppers.
And you gave them to me.
Yeah. I'm just all right.
And I grew a size after I had your grandchildren.
Well, you know what? You need big feet to hold phenomenal things, sweetie. You need a lot to stand on. And if you got little feet, sorry, not trying to discriminate or anything. But, I was born in Amazon, and that's the way it's got to be. Period. But yeah. But y'all, as you were talking about style earlier, you and your brother were funny, coming up because you would say, "Mom, don't go out there and embarrass me. Don't embarrass me." And we used to say that to each other. So we were kind of conscious about how we would go out and how we would look. We definitely we're not that hair curlers, what is it, do-rag kind of people.
Oh yeah, don't you wear your bonnet on the plane?
Pajamas and all that. No, it's certain places.
I remember, I thought for a long time, I was good and grown till I realized that you do not have to wear a 3-piece suit and a hat and a pocket watch to get on the airplane.
Hey, I feel like I've learned the way you dress is how you will be addressed.
Yes.
And if you, it has worked. It has really helped. I mean, I don't necessarily wear the 3-piece suit, but I don't go there looking tacky like I just rolled out of bed either.
No, but when I saw people at the airport that did look like I said, is this the Greyhound or the Delta? Y'all let me know. But I said, where's your mother?
Who is your mother?
Your mother who raised
Do you have friends?
Yes. Yes. So, I really, and going to the bank, same thing. I thought you can't go to the bank in slides and sweatpants.
Because you're talking about my money.
Yes. For a long time, I didn't think that was acceptable.
You have to be serious about your business.
Yes. When you out running errands and you public facing, you got to be dressed up.
That's right. I remember growing up, and I remember hearing my mom say, and she didn't say it to me, but I remember she said it to one of my relatives. He was going through some challenges. He had lost his job, and, he just didn't have the money that he normally would have. And she said, you don't have to dress like you poor. You still got the clothes in your closet. Wear them.
Yes.
You're not going to work. You're looking for work. Wear your clothes. Wear your nice things. And it made sense. We can't just, even our dishes and our silverware and stuff like that, we use it.
Yeah.
Or you spend all this money or however you obtained it, use it. And if it breaks, you've used it.
Yeah. And I think it's generational too, because your boomer husband.
Oh, I love that man.
We were all having a lazy afternoon, and you ordered some takeout for everybody, and he went to pick it up, and he took off his house sweatpants and slides, which I thought was fine to pick up takeout. He put on jeans and a sweater to go pick up the takeout. I'm like, it's just 2 miles up the road. You can, and he was like, oh no, I can't be outside. He put a hat on, necklace, ring. I'm like,
that's right. That's right.
You got to look like something.
You have to be your own brand. You have to take your brand seriously. And I think that's why you and your husband do so well in your business.
Yeah.
Because the brand is your lifestyle.
Yes. But have you ever been in the grocery store out in public off guard when you didn't do what you're supposed to do? And then that's when you see your ex-boyfriend, your college roommate, you see your first grade teacher.
Yes.
You see everybody. And it's just like, why y'all ain't see me when I was dressed up? You don't see nobody when you dressed up. Why it go like that?
Well, I really can't say I experienced too much of that.
Because
I don't play that. But it's times and you're like, oh my goodness. It kind of redirects you. And not that you're getting dressed because you want to see people, but again, it's your brand. It's you.
Maybe that's the universe telling you shouldn't walk out the house like this.
And don't you feel better when you dress different?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just think even your interaction with other people is different.
It is.
It's different because if you took the time to take care of you,
mm-hmm.
I just think it deserves a level of respect with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's something we all want, some type of validation, some type of respect. And it starts with us.
It always starts with us. And then it trickles down to our kids too.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have to be name brand and all this, that, and the other because when you put the effort in yourself and you take care, we talk about skincare, we talk about hydration, the skin. You have to take care of yourself. That's who else can take care of you.
Yeah. But I think it's also important that when you see your family not doing that, you ask them, how can I help you take care of yourself? Mm-hmm. Because I think sometimes when you're going through something and you feel low, you don't want to put on makeup. Mm-hmm. You don't want to put on pants with a zipper. Mm-hmm. You don't want to put on a bra. Mm-hmm. And so you're just going through the motions. Yes, I have to feed my family. Yes, I have to get groceries. Yes, I have to go to the post office, the bank. You have to do you doing all these things for other people. But what have you done for yourself?
You have to do self-care.
Yeah.
You have to.
And so when you recognize that, You have to gently tell your spouse or your child or your tell me.
And that's the same thing we say. Where's your mother? Where's your friend? We really, and sometimes those are tough, conversations.
Yeah,
but we have to have them. I mean,
let me know my slip is hanging.
Yes,
because they don't listen.
Showing.
They don't wear slips no more.
No,
I mean, the only place you can probably get a slip from is Rose's.
Thank God for Rose.
Thank God. I hope they never go out of business. I hope they never go. And I don't even know. I don't even know what the supply chain is coming from. Like, where are they getting all this nostalgic? Where are they getting all this stuff?
I don't know, but I'm just glad they're getting it.
They got the same light bulbs from 1971 in there.
Stop.
But it adds to the aesthetic. It really does. It takes you back. It makes you feel. It makes you miss somebody.
It's like a general store.
Do you miss somebody every time you go to Rose's?
Oh, you think of somebody.
Yes.
I think about Grandma Johnson when I go in there and I see those big old Easter hats. And,
yes. Rest in peace.
Yeah. The jewelry and the thick purses and the moo-moos.
You told me something I didn't know. Rose's used to have a portrait studio.
Oh, absolutely. I have a picture of you with the Roses studio. You were like 6 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
No, 6 months. I'm sorry, because you were born in July, so it was December.
Mm-hmm.
With your little red velvet and white dress over.
Of course, yes. That you probably ordered from the catalog.
Yes, or maybe even bought at Roses.
Oh my gosh, yes, because it was no. Delivery, 2-day shipping.
Well, it was JCPenney's.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but it was not 2-day shipping.
Oh,
it was 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, maybe.
How did it work? You mailed them a check.
No. You called them on the phone.
Okay.
And you called them on the phone.
1-800 JCPenney.
With the catalog number. You gave them the item number.
Okay, so you said, I want shirt number 1248B5.
And the color was 04.
Uh-huh.
And the size was small, medium, large, 15, 16, 13, 12, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And they would take each line by line your order, and then they give you the amount, and that amount was due when you go pick it up.
So you pick it up in the store?
You would go to the store and pick it up. I don't even know if they delivered to your home. I'm not even sure, but I just remember going to the store and picking it up. You go up to the counter.
But I thought Grandma got packages to the house.
Oh, she did, but that was a different venue. I mean, a different.
It wasn't JCPenney. What was that, Finger Hut?
Finger Hut.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell us about Finger Hut. What do you remember about Finger Hut?
I don't know. It just messed against all my financial upbringing. For me, my financial.
Why is it? Because that's the charge. That's the original.
The prices were overcharged.
That's the original Klarna and Afterpay.
And then you paid it on a payment plan, which was interest. So you were ordered this shirt for $24.99, and it really wasn't but a $9.99, but you paid $24.99. Then you did it on installment payment, so you probably paid about $50 for that shirt.
So that's like a digital layaway.
It was a digital layaway, and it had like household things because my mom used to. Oh my God. And I do it too. But the different seasons, we were always, change out curtains, linen, just everything, towels, bathcloths. She was very keen on that stuff.
But all that stuff never left. It never left us. So like the Finger Hut and the JCPenney is now replaced with Fashion Nova, Shein, Temu, Wayfair, Amazon.
Yes.
You order all those things on your phone. It's so convenient. It comes to your house. I know. I have dog food and toilet paper just on an auto delivery coming to the house because, it's so convenient to just.
And I think the United States is years behind on that too, because it took COVID to really kind of bring that kind of stuff out.
Definitely.
And that was 5 years ago. That was just 5 years of how we've changed so fast. Just so.
And then even too, if you're scrolling online, you see the people have links and sponsored links and affiliate links. That's all. That's what Mary Kay used to be. It
was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it ain't nothing new under the sun.
It just rotates, and even times of trouble, when we talked about earlier, it's the same thing. And just know our words are powerful.
Yes.
Our thoughts are divine.
Yes.
And when the first battle is always the mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have to be mindful of what we say out of our mouths,
Yes.
say around our children,
Yes.
say around people in general.
Yes.
And not be so hard, harsh, and judgy.
Yeah.
Because you never know what people are going through.
And I could be going through the same thing as you, and it might break me or vice versa.
Coping.
Yes. And so, you just always have to be gentle with everyone.
Yeah. You learned what you needed to learn, and I learned what I needed to learn. And until next time, let's talk about some more next time.
Yeah, because we started to cry.
Okay.
Go. Cheers.
Love you.
Love you.
I'm Honey.
And I'm Wine.
Until next time.
Until next time.